The vision of youth. At a hotel in the white zone of Frankfurt. Celebrity conversations. The Commander furrows their brow. It's a talk show produced by DDR2, the Democratic German Broadcasting Network. Never heard of it. That's alright. You only need to know that this program has considerable influence in Frankfurt and across Germany. In times like these, the media must take on the responsibility of uplifting public morale. The Earl would like you to appear as a guest for an interview before the award ceremony. After dealing with the Earl multiple times, the commander has gradually come to understand his methods. This so-called interview is most likely intended to serve as political propaganda for the URNC's upcoming actions. They likely do not want the commander to say anything in particular, only to appear on camera as a symbolic figure. After all, the commander is a war hero. Nothing inspires people more than a hollow statue. The people of Frankfurt have just suffered greatly. They need a boost of morale. And your appearance as a hero before the camera can encourage them and quell negative public sentiment. Those are the Earl's words, aren't they? Understood. I will accept the interview. The Earl will surely be pleased with your answer. We have arranged a vehicle for you, as well as an assistant to help guide the interview. You may follow the instructions throughout. To endure the harsh winter, one must first stockpile firewood. Until the moment of truth arrives, we must endure. Studio backstage, White Zone, Frankfurt. 5 minutes before the interview begins. Remember to smile. What you present to the audience is the image of a gentle yet resolute hero. And that key phrase, have you memorized it? To be the shining beacon in a brave new world? Not that one, the other one. Make humanity great again? That's right. Simple, direct slogans like that resonate best with the public. Attention! Lord Oberstein has arrived. The sudden announcement makes the commander turn. Escorted by several staff members, a formally dressed figure, William, appears at the backstage entrance. Ha! What an interesting coincidence. What is going on? You didn't know? This is Lord Ballard von Oberstein, recipient of the Iron Cross. He will be interviewed alongside you. A young hero of the Neo-Soviet Union, side by side with a local rising star. This pairing perfectly aligns with the URNC government's ideals. What a pity. Had I known you'd be here, I would have prepared the gift in advance. If I had known I'd be sharing the stage with you, I would have gladly accepted your gift. The interview is about to begin. Please proceed to the stage. The commander turns and walks toward the stage, unwilling to exchange further words with William. Studio, White Zone, Frankfurt. Good evening, I'm Shadowless, a reporter of DDR2. Welcome to today's Celebrity Conversations. I will be your host. The war has brought immense suffering to Frankfurt, but the heroic acts that emerge from it have given us the strength and courage to endure hardship. Today, DDR2 has invited two of the most prominent medal recipients. Under the soft studio lights, Shadowless smiles toward the camera. Just days ago, she had been moving through ruins under roaring artillery fire, reporting the devastation of war. Back then, she had accepted death as a possibility, never imagining she would once again stand here, hosting such an ordinary program amid gentle music. First to take the stage is Lord Oberstein. During the war, he actively advanced cooperation with the URNC government, providing key technology and intelligence. He contributed greatly to bringing the war to a swift conclusion. Shadowless suddenly feels a moment of disorientation as she looks at the applauding audience. They are all citizens of Frankfurt. Some have just lost family and friends. We also have the hero from the Neo-Soviet Union, who was mistakenly believed to have died in action and posthumously awarded the Gold Star Medal just days ago. During the war, they rescued civilians, distributed supplies, cleared roads, and saved countless lives. Perhaps someone in the audience was once helped by this very commander. Thank goodness, we are able to witness the return of a hero. Relying on her keen instincts as a reporter, Shadowless senses the strange atmosphere in the studio. There is an invisible tension between the commander and William, as if they are wary of each other. Now, I would first like to start by asking the commander, what motivated your courageous acts during Frankfurt's time of suffering? I did what I did out of my love for the people of Frankfurt. But you are not a resident of this city. Where does that love come from? From the ideals of Rosartrism, for the greatest of all humanity. I see. It seems the light of Rosartrism has crossed borders and reached the heart of a visitor from afar. Such sudden and earnest love for Frankfurt, it may even put some of us locals to shame. Since Rosartrism has been mentioned, I have a question for both of you. What are your views on the Central and Eastern European nations' momentous decision of joining the URNC? Without a doubt, joining the URNC will greatly change each of our lives. Could you elaborate? How exactly will our lives change? First, the URNC possesses the most advanced technology. Plans are already underway for large-scale purification of contamination zones. This initiative may completely resolve humanity's survival crisis and usher in a new era of prosperity. In addition, under the URNC's leadership, various technologies will become safer than they are now. For example, the upcoming dull regulation policies are a crucial measure in response to recent incidents. Back when she was a rookie reporter, Shadowless had handled similar assignments. In interviews, she would simply ask predetermined questions, while all responses had already been scripted in advance. Those in power manipulate the truth. What the public sees is always only a fragment of it. Shadowless turns off the audio of the interview prompt and glances at Falk, the cameraman beside her. Having worked together on the battlefield, Falk seems to understand her intent and grows visibly uneasy. Then, Lord Oberstein, may I ask, are you aware of the reports currently circulating online regarding Cornelia Shaper's expose? What are you talking about? Cornelia Shaper was once a research assistant under the Galatea Corporation. On the day of Frankfurt's memorial speech, she delivered a public address. She claimed that the push for comprehensive dull regulation is actually to make way for illegal patents involving relic technology and human biological components. What? Where did this mad woman come from? Shadowless' unexpected move not only leaves Oberstein at a loss, but also throws the entire production crew into panic. Some frantically signal her to stop, while others rush into the control room, seemingly preparing to cut the broadcast. How can we air this? Cut it out now! Wait, Chief Editor, let Shadowless continue. What are you saying? She's gone mad. Are you losing your marbles too? Do you know the consequences? But the DDR's principle has always been to deliver the truth to the people. Shadowless is upholding that principle. She wants to uncover the truth behind this war. Falk, you were not like this before. Shadowless must have been a bad influence. You even went to the battlefield with her. Precisely. It was precisely there that I remembered my duty as a journalist. Editor Osiedzki, I heard you were once a war correspondent too. sending back the most valuable information from the most dangerous fronts. That was in the past. But for the citizens, the war just happened. It is not the past. We are citizens too. Should we not question the truth behind all this? Falk looks at his colleagues. They have all lived through the war and lost much. Moved by his words, they all look pleadingly at Ossietzky. Damn it. Fine, I'm done arguing. But don't come crying to me when you lose your jobs and tell her to rein it in. Otherwise, I'm afraid we won't just be losing our jobs. Lord Oberstein, are you aware of this matter? Hey, all baseless rumors. I have nothing to say to that. At this moment, the commander, who has been silent the whole time, suddenly speaks. The desire to steal fire was man's original sin. I believe everyone still remembers the incident at the Altar au Pur. The rumors that Miss Shaper was spreading may in fact be a kind of warning. The sin of stealing fire, does that mean excessive technological development brings danger? But without technology, how can humanity survive in a world plagued by collapsed radiation? I do not oppose technology. I oppose the so-called price paid in its pursuit. If the rumors you mention are true, then there must be other figures who have been replaced like Dr. Gray. Those behind the scenes pursue technology at the expense of innocent people, turning them into sacrifices. Whatever their goal, their methods have already brought conflict and war. But these are still rumors. Surely with the URNC's intervention, the relevant authorities will conduct a fair investigation. This world belongs to everyone. It should not be controlled by a handful of conspirators spreading rumors. I understand. Then I suppose this is also why you persisted in your actions during the war. Do you intend to change the world through such actions? For example, by continuously aiding civilians, drawing the attention of elites and those in power to the neglected lower classes, and restraining the misuse of technology that leads to war? I don't know. I don't know if I can change the world, and I never intended to be a hero. I only want to do what I feel must be done. Even if it changes nothing in the end, I will still give it everything I have. That is all I have to say. Thank you for your answer. That concludes our interview with Frankfurt's hero, the commander.